Penn State came out and drove right downfield on Boise State yesterday, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Drew Allar, the quarterback, the game he had against Boise State, because I think what we saw on tape from Allar, to me, this is arguably the best quarterback in college football, and I know that's probably not the popular opinion right now, or might not even be the thing to say, but I think when you watch the tape, it's pretty clear that Drew Allar is going to translate really, really well into the NFL. The guy's smart, has a really nice arm, can make plays with his legs. He has that ability to create. And today we're going to talk about Drew Allar. We'll talk a little bit about Penn State, the offensive lineman, maybe a little bit about the running back. But really, I want to get into Drew Allar. And I want to talk about what makes this kid such a special football player. I'm excited for this one. With that being stated, let's just get right into the tape. And I should state this before we fully get into it. You know, Drew Allar is said he's not coming out. But there was a report that came out yesterday that said Drew Allar could potentially still end up changing his mind and coming out. Now, I don't think this can actually happen because Penn State's backup quarterback has already transferred to Missouri. But I'm telling you guys right now, I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. I think Drew Allar, if he came out, would be the #1 overall pick. And his decisions like this right here. The offense is going to run a fake screen. They're essentially going to try to hit some sort of slot fade on top of that. You can see that Boise State does not fall for this, right? You can see that the guy is not going to end up getting open. And with that, the quarterback's going to just throw it away. I mean, that's a smart decision right there because on the very next play, you're going to see Drew Allar hit for a really, really nice touchdown pass here to Tyler Warren, who some people also think is the best tight end in this class. Drew Allar does a really nice job on this one. He's going to go through the reads. He's going to see the tight end getting open a little late. He's going to roll right, reset the feet, and he's going to deliver a really nice pass. And this was just a beautiful job by Allar. He got another play here, so really good read and recognition from Allar once again. Boise's going to end up only bringing 3 defensive linemen. You're going to have a smash concept to the left side here, and Allar's going to recognize that the tight end's not going to get open, and he's going to read this very quickly. And this is a part of why people think Drew Allar could easily be the #1 overall pick if he decides to come out this year. This is the decision-making and the processing this guy has. So you think about this play here, he's going to take the ball, look straight to the left, and with the cornerback playing this far off, you know it's some sort of cover 4, and the smash route here, some people will call this flag or China because of the flat route that's coming out over here, as well as with the hitch route by the tight end. The numbers don't really favor you, right? Because you do have 3 defensive linemen rushing. You got all these guys essentially dropping into coverage. So with that, Allar's going to make this smart decision. He's going to find a running lane, and he's going to end up just taking what the defense gives him. And this is a great job here just to pick up about 3 to 4 yards. Alrighty guys, so that last play we just looked at was a cover 4 look. And Boise State is notoriously known from playing cover 4. And they're going to show a cover 4 look once again, and Drew Allar's going to make them pay. Drew Allar hits a massive touchdown on this one. There's a couple of elements that I want to look at within this play. You know, one of the things I love with this play is the fact that Allar's going to recognize this play pre-snap. These underneath routes here are essentially going to hold the safety and corner at the bottom of your screen. At the same time, you get the matchup you want. Based off the matchup, I think this is the safety you definitely want to attack in these concepts with the wide receiver here. And of course, Drew Allar holds the safety and corner at the bottom. Both guys end up kind of getting sucked in. And you're going to just hit this right over the top. So again, just a really, really good pass. And you're going to end up hitting for about a 38-yard touchdown on this one. Just a really, really good pass by the quarterback. Alright, you guys, check this play out here. You're going to get this fake motion with these 2 guys up top here. And look at how the defense reacts to this. To me, that shows they're going to be in some sort of zone coverage, right? They weren't willing to follow those guys. They were willing to bump the coverage over. If you missed it, let me show you guys it one more time. If you guys look at specifically number 0 here, he's the one that's telling these guys to bump over. So you know that it's going to be some sort of zone coverage. However, you're going to put a wide receiver into motion and watch the cornerback here follow with this wide receiver. To me, that indicates some sort of mixed coverage. Or you're running some sort of cover 3 or cover 4 lock concept, which means that it's a cover 3 across the board besides one guy who's going to essentially end up playing man-to-man. Typically, you do this against the best wide receiver. Maybe it's speed or some sort of other advantage that this guy has. And on this one here, Drew Allar's going to end up hitting it on this dagger concept to the same wide receiver that ends up going into motion, right? So this is a really, really good job here. The play action is going to suck in the defense. You'll see all these guys already have been hit with a couple of big runs, essentially get sucked in, and that's going to open up the dagger route right on top of that. It's a nice route by the wide receiver, and Drew Allar ends up hitting it perfectly, and the wide receiver is able to catch it, bring it in. To me, just a really good job by Allar to be able to recognize it, see the hole within this coverage, and he hits it for about 15 yards. Check this run out here by Allen. He's going to do a really, really nice job being able to be physical, aggressive, runs a guy over. Just a really nicely executed play by Penn State offense. I wanted to show you guys this play because it's a really, really nice play by the running back Allen. To me, one of the things with Penn State is this team not only has a really good offensive line, they have a really, really good set of wide receivers. They have a really good running back, a great tight end. And of course, the quarterback kind of puts all that together. And I think there's a real chance Penn State's, can potentially win the national championship this year. But I think there's a real chance that this team right here is good enough to ultimately get it done. Now, this play right here is going to be duo, which is the power-based run concept. They're going to double team at the point of attack. They're going to let the defensive end here go unblocked, which would be the responsibility of the fullback. He's going to try to insert himself towards the inside. And it's just a play where the running back just has to read and ultimately hit the gap. And on this one here, Allen's going to do a really nice job finding the gap. And more than that, man, look at the hit he delivers here on the safety. Absolutely runs him over and just continues to run forward, breaks a couple of tackles. Just a really, really nice run, really sets the tone. One of the important concepts that I think sometimes gets overlooked with the quarterback is the ability to recognize a blitz and slide away from that blitz, right? With the footwork specifically. This play by no means is any sort of massive gain or anything like that. It's a nice play. The quarterback gets the tight end the football. The tight end kind of makes things happen. It's really just a 6-7 yard pass. But what I want you guys to look at is all of what happens over here with these guys. All the guys that kind of start to flash. All these guys start to show that, hey, we might be coming on a blitz. Truth be told, the fact you already have two guys lined up over here and there's only two receivers. You got a guy that's kind of showing that, hey, I'm covering the slot, but really this guy's also going to end up blitzing. The quarterback recognizes all this movement pre-snap. He knows something's coming. No two guys are going to align to cover a slot wide receiver. It's not going to happen. But with that, Drew Allar recognizes that the blitz might be coming, and the blitz does come from the right side. Now, he understands the protection call. He understands the slide. And he understands that for him, he has to swift and step towards his left, right? Away from the blitz. And to me, this is a part of what makes quarterbacks good, because sometimes quarterbacks don't feel that, or they don't see that pre-snap. And I know it sounds like a basic concept, but these are the little things that separate great quarterbacks from average quarterbacks, right? The footwork, being able to recognize, slide away from the blitz, right? You see him as soon as he gets the ball here, starts going to the right. That's just a really, really good job. It gives you maybe another second and a half to get the ball out. And within this play, he's going to be able to get it to his tight end. The tight end ends up picking up about 20 yards. So it's a really, really good job right there. You're going to get an incomplete pass here, but just a really nice throw by Drew Allar. He puts it exactly where his wide receiver needs it. That's just really good coverage, but to me, this one should have been caught. If you guys look at this play from the end zone angle, and I'll slow it down so you guys can see the pass kind of fall, but this one has to be a catch. It's just a really, really nicely placed pass. You're going to get another really nice throw here by Allar. This one's going to end up being an incomplete pass to the tight end. You know, sometimes when you got a guy running into the middle of the field and you have a guy on the defense side of the field that might be in the middle of the field and you don't want your wide receiver taking a big hit, you have to put the ball in a certain spot. And that also is one of those things that sometimes teams will look at and say that's a good decision. So Allar's going to start this play considering to throw the ball to the wide receiver at the bottom. He doesn't actually make that pass. He's going to come back and end up hitting his tight end, but he also understands there's a linebacker in the middle of the field. So if you put this pass to the inside to be able to reach out and grab, he's going to take a big hit here. So alternatively, what you could do is you could put the pass high and away from the tight end, which allows the tight end to not only spin around, but go up to catch the pass. And that's the best way of how you want to be able to throw this pass. Now, some people will say, hey, this is some sort of hospital ball or whatever, but in my opinion, in a game like this where you're either winning or you're going home, this is the type of pass you have to be able to complete. Now, of course, the tight end ends up dropping it, but I think it's a really, really nice pass by Allar. And I love the fact that he gives his tight end the shot. He puts it up high and away from the hit. To me, just a really, really good job once again. You got a 3rd and 14 here. Allar's going to do a really nice job being able to recognize that there's pressure, realizing that his guys haven't really developed downfield. No one's really open. He's going to take off running. If you guys watch this play here, and we'll go ahead and stop it right about here, you can see that no one has actually completed their route, right? You can see that these guys are still in the route concept. There's no one open, and you already have pressure right in your face. The defense obviously runs his defensive line game, and Allar's going to do a great job stepping away from the game, stepping away from the defensive lineman. You'll see a little bit better from the end zone angle. Allar's going to do a nice job being able to step away from the game. Steps right, runs right through the middle, and he picks up the first down and keeps his drive going. Third and 14. So really, really good job right there. This right here indicates man-to-man coverage across the board. You got the guy here lined up on the tight end there, and you got another guy here. Man-to-man coverage. No safety help. You can see up here at the top of your screen. So Drew Allar knows exactly what he's going to get on this one, right? You're most likely to bring some sort of blitz. You see 6 guys end up coming. With the 7th guy comes late. He's obviously in man-to-man coverage against the running back, so he's a little late on this one. And Allar knows where he wants to go, right? He wants to take the shot with his tight end, first-round pick, Tyler Warren. Throws it up there, and Warren brings the ball down. Just a really, really good job. In my opinion, this is a really impressive read and recognition by the quarterback. Right away as the play begins, he's going to look left. He's going to make sure he understands that the safety is not going to rotate towards the tight end. Safety comes down, and he knows he has man-to-man coverage. He resets the feet, makes sure he's away from pressure, and he puts it exactly where the ball needs to go. And of course, the tight end brings it down, man. Just a really, really good job by Drew Allar, right? He's a guy that has a really good arm, strong. He can make the plays that you want. He can create. Now, I'm not making this video to say that Drew Allar is the perfect prospect, but I think this is a very, very good quarterback. And truth be told, everything this guy does, he does it the right way. Now, he's not perfect, right? I think sometimes he struggles throwing on the run a little bit. Drew Allar doesn't get out of the pocket much. From what I see, this offense really built for him to stay within the pocket. That's not a bad thing, but it's just something to note that I've noted on tape. Throwing on the run, he's not great at. Here's another one where he's going to get out of the pocket, and he's going to have to throw on the run. Now, this is a crossbody throw, so it's a little bit harder, but the pass sails way high. And it's not a huge deal, right? But I do want to just kind of point it out that there are little improvements this guy will have to make, right? And of course, I think another thing he'll have to just continue to get better at specifically is going to be just that ball placement as he throws the ball 40, 50 yards downfield. Obviously, it's a very hard thing to throw it that far downfield, but sometimes the ball does end up sailing, way right or way left. And I'm not sure if that's because there's some sort of side adjustment route downfield, and maybe the receiver reads it differently than what the quarterback reads. That's definitely possible as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to just kind of break down what we saw from Allar against Boise State. It was a very, very enjoyable game for me yesterday. I really like Penn State. Love what they've been able to do with some of the guys they produce in the NFL. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time with another video.